Maya stood frozen, one hand clutching her chest where the shirt had torn open. But what everyone saw wasn't what Duke expected. There was no seduction, no secret, just raw, heartbreaking truth. From her collarbone down to her ribs were thick, jagged scars, old and deep reminders of a fire that had nearly taken her life. Her skin, a patchwork of survival. Her eyes, filled with humiliation and pain. Duke's grin vanished. The color drained from his face. Rex stood up slowly, his chair scraping the floor. "What the hell did you just do?" he growled, his voice low and dangerous. I didn't mean," Duke stammered. But Rex didn't let him finish. He grabbed Duke by the collar, slamming him against the wall so hard the bottles rattled on the shelves. "She's got more courage than you'll ever have," Rex hissed. "You think scars make someone weak? Those are marks of someone who survived." The bar stayed quiet. Even the owner, Big Mike, didn't move. He'd never seen Rex angry before, not like this. Maya, tears streaming down her face, whispered, "It's okay, please, just let it go." Rex turned to her, his expression softening. He slowly took off his leather jacket and gently placed it around her shoulders. For a second, his hand brushed her arm and he felt something unexpected. Another scar. Their eyes met. And without words, they both understood. Pain recognized pain. Later that night, after the crowd dispersed and Duke had left in shame, Maya sat outside on the diner steps. The night air was cool, carrying the faint hum of distant engines. Rex walked out, lighting a cigarette, then hesitated before sitting beside her. "You don't have to hide them," he said quietly. Maya stared at her hands. "You don't understand. People look at me differently." "I do understand," Rex replied, rolling up his sleeve. Along his arm and shoulder were faded scars, bullet wounds, knife marks, the kind you get from a life you're trying to leave behind. "I used to think mine made me less human," he said. "Now I know they just mean I lived through hell and I came out still standing." Tears welled in Maya's eyes. For the first time in years, someone wasn't staring at her scars in pity, they were seeing her strength. "Thank you," she whispered. Rex smiled faintly. "You don't need to thank me. Just promise me one thing, don't hide your story anymore. You survived for a reason. Maybe that reason is to remind the rest of us what real courage looks like." Weeks later. The diner changed after that night. People treated Maya differently, not with pity, but with respect. Duke even returned one day, sober and ashamed, to apologize. She forgave him, not because he deserved it, but because she needed to let go of the pain. Rex kept coming by. Some nights, they'd just sit outside after her shift, talking about life, loss, and starting over. The scars didn't define them anymore, they connected them. And slowly, something beautiful grew between two people who thought they were too broken to love again. Ending message. When the biker ripped her shirt, he didn't expose her weakness, he revealed her strength. Sometimes the things we hide in shame are the very marks that prove how strong we really are. So if you've ever felt broken or scarred by life, remember Maya's story. You're not damaged. You're rebuilt.